Everyone in the room held their breath. As the dying dog, ribs heaving, eyes dim, body broken, used the last of his strength to do something no one expected. He wrapped his trembling paws around his owner's neck. One final embrace. One final thank you. It wasn't just heartbreaking, it was soul-splitting. Daniel couldn't breathe. Not from grief, but from the unbearable weight of goodbye. His best friend, the one who stood by him when the world didn't, was slipping. Away. Max, once a warrior of a German shepherd, now lay limp on the vet's table. His fur, once gold and proud, was patchy and dull. Every breath was a countdown. Every second felt like a funeral. "I'm so sorry, buddy," Daniel whispered, tears spilling freely. "You were the best thing that ever happened to me." Max's cloudy eyes fluttered open at the sound of Daniel's voice. Then, against all odds, he shifted forward and pulled himself into Daniel's chest. The vet nurse let out a sob. The vet herself froze with the syringe in hand, her fingers trembling. This wasn't just love. It was something deeper, a soul recognizing its other half. And just as the vet lowered the needle toward Max's leg, she stopped, her eyes narrowed. She tilted her head and leaned in. Time stopped. "Wait," she muttered, heart racing. Then louder, "Stop!" The room fell dead silent. She dropped the syringe and yanked the stethoscope off the hook, pressed it hard to Max's ribs. Eyes shut, listening, counting. What she heard made her blood run cold. It wasn't a fading heartbeat. It was irregular. Yes, but alive, fighting, holding, not a system shutting down. A system screaming, "Not yet." She yanked back from the table. This doesn't sound like end stage anything. His heart isn't failing. It's fighting through. "Something hard," Daniel's voice broke. "You said he was dying." "I thought he was," she snapped, adrenaline taking over. "But something's not right. This might not be the end. This might be treatable." In seconds, the room turned from a place of mourning to a war zone of hope. 4 bags, thermometers, antibiotics, monitors, barked orders, rapid scans. Scrambled. Files. And all the while, Max just lay there, still weak, still silent. But alive. Daniel backed into the wall, shaking. Could he dare to believe this wasn't goodbye? Hours passed. Long, brutal hours. He didn't move from that hallway. Didn't sleep. Didn't blink. He kept replaying that moment, Max's paws around his neck, over and over, a gesture so final. Now turning into a beginning, and then the vet stepped out. Her eyes were tired, her shoulders slumped, but her mouth curved into the smallest, most powerful smile Daniel had ever seen. "He's stable," she whispered. Daniel's breath caught in his throat. "He's not out of danger," she added quickly, "but he's fighting back. His body's responding to the treatment. He has a real shot." And that's when Daniel broke, all over again. The tears came harder this time. Not from loss, but from impossible hope. He whispered, "Thank you for not giving up." The vet looked him straight in the eye. "No," she said. "Thank him. He wasn't done. He just needed someone to believe that." Later that night, the creak of a door pulled Daniel from his daze. The vet nodded from the doorway. "He's awake." He stumbled to his feet and entered the treatment room. And there he was, Max, lying on a clean blanket, eyes open, clearer than they'd been in days. He wagged his tail, weak, slow, but real. Daniel knelt beside him, unable to speak. Max nudged. His hand let out a breathy sigh. Then he lifted one paw and placed it on Daniel's arm. It wasn't a goodbye. It was a vow, a promise that said, "I'm still here. I'm still fighting. For you." If this story shook you, if it reminded you of your own best friend, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe. Because sometimes the strongest souls are covered in fur. Sometimes the final goodbye isn't final at all. And sometimes a dog teaches you that love doesn't die, it survives.